Hi everyone, what I'm going to do now is show you how to make your own pearl bead. You need 12 pearls in total. Thread 4 onto a piece of, you really need that, you know, that plastic like a catgut wire, but I'm using ordinary wire, hopefully it'll work. Put 4 beads on, try and get them all the same. You can use different little beads in between, you can use small beads in between. So you want them roughly in the middle, and you need your wire a good 12-14 inches. With one of the end beads, what you do is you take the opposite wire from one end and thread that back through when you can see the hole. So then you pull in both strands together like that. So you've got that. So I've gone 3 beads, a fourth one, you have to put both wires through, one way, one the other, and you get that. But you'll use thread, of course, or a strong cotton you can use. Then what you do is you pop a bead on one end, a bead on the opposite end, and a third bead. You do the same again. So take a pearl, pop your wire on one end, pop the opposite wire, I can find the hole. Oops, got it then, and then it disappeared. Where are you? Come on, Fee. I can't see. My eyes are tired. We were up most of the night with the dogs. They're not too good. Well, one of them was poorly. But he keeps eating things he shouldn't eat. Lucky as you might guess. Right, okay, so now what we've got is that. So you have 1, 2, 3, 1 in the middle, and then 3 the opposite end. Just pull them pretty tight. Repeat that process again, and altogether you only need 12 beads. We'll find the hole, 1 on one end, and thread a bead on the opposite end, on the opposite wire, then another one. You'll go the wire on one end, one side, and then thread the opposite wire as well. So let's just check. 3, 6, 9, 1's 10, and you do that again with your last 2 beads. Just put one on one end, and then one on the opposite end. So you've got that. Now your third bead, which you would have threaded, is here right at the beginning. So you're going to take your wire and pop one end through one way. Hopefully my wire's not too big that I can't get the opposite end in as well. Oopsie daisy, don't come off there, matey. Okay. Let's hope it's not anyway. So pull that through, and then you're going to take this one through there. So you put both wires back through the first bead. Now my wire's pretty thick, but I'm going to see if I can do it. Yep, it's gone through. And what you do is you push that down, and it makes a ball. I'm just going to see if I can bring that round a bit more. Like that. And there you go. You've got a pearl bead. And it's great because you can use that, you know, as you can make yourself a loop or whatever you want to do. What I'm going to do with mine is take my wire, and they have to come round and meet in a gap. So I'm going to thread back through one of my beads on the top there. You've got 4 at the top. So just, oops, pull that through. Like I said, you will be using a, it's not wire, you would be using like a catgut type of thread. Oh, I'm going to cut mine because it's not straight that end. I need it straight as possible to wrap that through that bead. Try that one, Mrs. J. Yeah, that's better. Push that through. Sorry if I went out of shot. That's it. Get your pliers if you have to, if you are using wire, because you can use wire to make them with, because I'm showing you doing it that way, but you generally use like a catgut thread. Like that. Don't worry about it. You've got to have the wires meeting, so it's got to go through that one now. So you need beads with holes big enough. Let's just see if we can get that through there. Yeah, I can. Okay. Push that down. That's the only problem when you're using wire. I don't want it bending. I want to try and slot it straight through. Like that. That's it. Pull that really tight, and you've got the two ends meeting, so you get them threaded back through this, the original. I've got a little bit of a loop on that and I shouldn't have. Just see if I can pull that back through. Take my round nose pliers just to straighten that off again and see if I can yank that through. Come on, lady. Just let me use my strength. It's not budging, to be honest. Let me see. It's because I've used pretty thick wire. I had to use what I had. That's it. It's coming through. Just trying to straighten it a little bit to get that pull. That's it. It's pulled through. Right. And then because you've got your two wires together, then you twist. Right. And you can snip it about 1 centimetre away, and then you can tuck that in. And then all you do is shape that, and you've got yourself a pearl bead that you can use then. You know, you could put that with a tassel hanging from it. You know, thread your tassel through the centre. You've got the centre there, 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom, and then your beads in the middle. So you could thread like a tassel here, have that there, and then the loop of the tassel there, and hang that from something. But that's how you make them. 12 beads. Thread 4. On the last one you put both wires through, add another bead on each end, and then a third bead, both wires through. Add another one on each end, and the third one, add your wires through until you've got 11 on, and then the 12th one. Sorry, you need 12 altogether. So let's just show you on the back of here, because I don't think I'm explaining it quite enough. You've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That one and that one you thread through that way and pull them all together, and you end up with a bead. And that's how you do them. So I hope you can see that. You start with 3, your 4th one you put on, both your wires go through, so you've gone 1, 2, 3 like that, then both wires cross, then you put an extra bead on each end, and then your 4th one there, both wires cross, extra bead on, and the 3rd one there, both wires cross, and then an extra bead, and then bring both of those through the first bead, pull them all tight, and you have made a bead. I hope that's explained it, I hope you understand it, and I hope that's helpful. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye for now.